When they called my name and gave me this big, huge check, I was like...
What was on the check, honey? What was on the check? Tell them no.
So I got a $10,000.
Hey beautiful people, it's Success Mentor Dante J. Worth, and I'm back with another video right here on Audacious Believer TV! Now if this is your first time tuning in, I need you to make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Make sure that you like this video. And make sure that you are commenting down below. Because my team and I absolutely love to read your comments. Now tonight, we're being joined by the wonderful, the fabulous, the one, the only. Tell them who you are, darling.
Hi, I'm Monique Chatman, owner and operator of the Groom Room Men's Spa and Lounge.
Yes! Yes! So we invited Monique on tonight to talk about faith it until you make it. I know that's right. But before we talk about that, we're going to ask you the question we ask every single guest. What is your story? Yes.
I am the matriarch of my family, the black sheep. I am the discounted, who kind of surpassed people just by believing in myself.
Yes.
And erasing the labels that were put upon me. And I challenged the people who told me I wouldn't do something. So I just proved to them that I would.
I know that's right. So when you hear the topic, faith it until you make it, what does that mean to you?
For me, it means for everything that I do, even if I don't have the money, if I gotta hustle it, if I have to go without, if I have to do whatever I have to do, I put my trust into my goals and the things that I believe that I can do versus what somebody tells me that I can do. I had to relearn how to trust God, so I've been testing my faith just by allowing myself to leap. Like I just zip lined. I was terrified. It was the worst experience of my life. But until I just closed my eyes and allowed God to be God, I actually did 3 zip lines in a row instead of 1.
Ooh, come on, zip lining! That's good.
It just means believing and trusting God's plan for me.
Yeah, so we know that you're an entrepreneur, the owner of the Groom Room. Come on, the Groom Room, a place where the young men can come and get groomed, honey.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that business and how you got started.
So I got started because my mother was in hospice, and I was doing all of her care for her, even though she was in a nursing facility. We actually didn't allow anybody to touch her. So I was going there taking care of her skin and making her these specific scrubs in her favorite white diamond scent because they wouldn't let her have an aerosol spray.
The mothers love a good white diamond, don't they? They love a good white diamond.
Right, so I was making her stuff, and then I was doing that up until the day that she passed away. And when she passed away, I was really depressed. And she came to me in a dream, and I just told her I didn't know what to do. I was losing myself. I had a daycare. I closed it. Like I had the worst experience with depression ever when I lost my mother. And when she came to me in a dream, I'm like, I just don't know what to do. Like I don't know what to do without you here. I just feel like my roots have been uplifted. And she said, you remember that stuff that you used to make me in the hospital? And I was like, yeah, what about it? Can we cuss on?
Go ahead, let it out, baby.
My mother came to me in a dream and she said, bottle that shit up, and walked out of my dream. And I woke up, and in one weekend, it took me literally 48 hours. I wrote out a business plan.
Wow.
And then I furthered my education, went back to school, and became an esthetician. And then I went back and became a nail technician. And I decided to go and service men because I was in a class of 68 women and everybody was fighting over who's going to be the best nail tech and lash tech. And I was like, well, everybody fighting over the same genre of customers.
The same industry. And you said, let me go get other coin.
Yeah. I said, y'all do the women. I'm going to try to do the men.
Yeah. That is awesome. For someone out there who's dreaming and they're scared because they don't know where to go, they might even be dealing with depression. What advice do you have for them?
Just do it. Just do it, because the thing that we do in life is that we will give somebody else our dreams, and they might be doers and we just might be sayers, and they will take our dream and become successful at it, and as we sit and applaud them. So I just say do it. No matter if you think you are successful at it, you have to try everything before you find the thing that you love.
Yes.
I love it.
So tell us, what is the hardest lesson that took you the longest to learn? Ooh, I know it's a big question.
The longest lesson that it took me to learn is that I can do it the right way.
No matter what's going on in the industry, I can do it the right way.
I can do it the right way. Like, my story isn't a squeaky clean one. Like, I've been to prison multiple times, and I've always tried to do things the fast way. And it took for a judge to scare me. And he looked at my rap sheet and my education, and he was like, "You are very educated. You're smart. Why are you taking your education and you're using it in the wrong way?" And he told me, he said, "I believe that you would be a very good business owner." And then he gave me the ultimatum: if I ever see you again, it's not gonna be an easy road for you. So I went with that, and I was like, a business owner, yeah, I could do that because I'm very insubordinate. I can't work for people.
Yes.
So once I got released, that's all I did was entrepreneurship.
That is so fun. And also recently, you just secured the bag at a very fine institution here in the city of Rochester.
Yes.
And come on, tell us about that coin you got.
So I was in the small business competition, the business pitch competition for RIT, and I was up against some amazing companies. I was the baby company, I think like the second youngest person in there, and I knew nothing about pitching or what it required. But again, I heard it on the radio, and it was like 2 days left in it, and I was like, I don't meet the requirements. I'm not even about to try it because it just sounded like too good to be true.
But the audacity of you.
No, not the audacity. Again, my mother comes and whispers, "Get that shit." She does. I promise you, this is real. Like, my mother's voice is real.
Yeah.
And I called the lady, and I entered, and I qualified. And so they gave us some coaches, and I was really, really worried. Everybody was going up, and they had index cards, but I know my business, so I memorized my entire script, and I went up. Butterflies left, and when they called my name and gave me this big, huge check, I was like,
what was on the check, honey? What was on the check? Tell them no.
So I got a $10,000. I was up against some really strong companies, and I was scared because my company is more service driven, and theirs were community based and give backs, and I was just afraid that it was like a Shark Tank. Like, I thought that they would give in to the giving and the volunteerism.
But you activated your faith, honey.
And
secured thy bag. That's good for that young person who just sees you as inspiration in your journey, is from where you are to where you were to where you are now. What advice do you have for them?
You have to go through the mud to get clean. Like, there has to be a shaking in you, and you have to hit rock bottom in order to know what it feels like to never get there again. I really advise people to trust God. Trust God and listen to the whispers. Like, my mother whispers to me, and I promise you, my mother has really pushed me more in death than she did in life. And I listen to her whispers, and just believe in yourself. Don't listen to everybody else around you. Don't listen to what they say. Don't let anybody who you love or who you hate discourage you from reaching. Like, I don't let anything get in the way of my business, because this is going to be my legacy. Even if my children don't understand the reasons for I'm doing it, or I'm selfish with my time and I'm always busy. Like, I also work an overnight job.
That's all right.
As well.
Come
like,
on.
I barely sleep.
Secure that bag with an S.
So I use my energy now in the time that they don't see me. And the things that I'm missing now, I compare it to, remember I was in prison and I couldn't get to you to miss your birthday, but now I'm making sure that for your birthday you wake up to a cake. So I just encourage people to, I really just encourage you to don't let anything get in the way of you. Not love, not your boyfriend, not your girlfriend. If you believe in something, even if they don't encourage you, if they don't push you, just go for it, because nobody is going to meet you at the top.
Ooh, that's good. Are you ready for rapid fire questions?
Yeah.
Yes, you are. Favorite book?
Asada Shakur.
Ooh. Favorite movie?
Gladiator and Troy.
Come on, Gladiator and Troy. Yes. What is your purpose?
My purpose is to show my daughters and my son that they can make it without me.
And what do you see when you look in the mirror?
My mother.
Why didn't you give up when you were at your lowest point? Why didn't you give up?
Because I saw the women around me, and I didn't want to become them. I was bunking with women who haven't seen their children in 15 years, and the recidivism and coming back and losing themselves, just losing their worth, losing their looks, and I didn't want to stay at the bottom. Like I wasn't comfortable with the tray cake was good in prison, but I didn't want to stay at the bottom. I didn't want to be the one to come back. I actually always dreamt of going back and telling my story to women who I have bunked with and to assist them.
Yeah, that's good. That's so good. And finish this sentence. Faith is
Believing.
And to be audacious means to be
me.
Tell people how they can find you online, how they can support the Groom's Room.
The Groom Room is located at 215 Tremont Street in Rochester, New York. We are in the Key Locks Building Business Center. You can also give me a call at 1-844-GROOMRM. And you can also find me on my website, which is www.groomroommens.com.
Yes, that number is for business purpose only. Don't y'all be out here being grown. So until next time, remember that life is meant to be enjoyed and not just endured. How you doing?